Hi, I'm Rebecca Kanopka, Ag Agent in Carter County, and welcome to Around the Farm.
And I'm Philip Kanopka, Ag Agent in Lewis County. And today we're back on site with Craycraft Farms. Craycraft Farms does commercial fruit production and vegetable production. And today we're going to talk about bramble production.
Brambles include both blackberries and raspberries.
From a commercial standpoint, as Mr. Craycraft is in, we can take the basics that he's doing and it will apply to you as a small homeowner as well. First thing we need to work on is our site preparation. And we need to make sure they have a well-drained soil.
They also don't like a hard pan or areas that will hold water in the wintertime.
So we want to make sure we have good drainage. Also, good drainage includes good airflow. We want to make sure that they're not at the lowest point of our property, and we want to make sure the cold air will flow away from them. But keep in mind, we don't want to put them on the very top either. If it's real windy conditions, the wind can really whip those canes around and do some serious damage.
Planting brambles on raised beds may help reduce root rot and prolong the life of the planting.
Also with site selection, you don't want to plant brambles following eggplant, peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, tobacco, other brambles, or strawberries for 3 to 4 years due to Verticillium wilt problems.
Depending on which variety of blackberry or raspberry you choose, you may or may not have to set up a trellis system, and we can give you further information if you call your local extension office and tell us what variety you plan on planting.
And also with variety selection includes pruning, and the pruning recommendations are just a little bit different for each variety, so we can also provide that information to you as well.
Once you have your site prepped and ready, you got your plants in the ground, and whether if you need a trellis system or not, and have that set up, mulching is a great way to help increase water retention throughout the summer, and a good way of reducing weed pressures. We don't have a lot of chemicals, especially from the homeowner side of things, that we can recommend that you apply. Good hoeing and weeding, hand pulling is about the best option you got besides the mulching.
UK research also shows that mulching significantly increases berry production as well.
And as we mentioned before, it also increases water retention. Water is probably one of the most important factors in berry production. We want to maintain about an inch of water per week, whether you do it or Mother Nature does it. You as a homeowner can use something called a soaker hose that you can pick up at any department store and run it along the base of the plants, and it will put water on the roots and not necessarily the leaves as well. We want to try to keep that foliage dry as possible, and that will help out a lot with disease management.
As with any crop, soil fertility is important. So you want to provide adequate fertilizer to your plants, which can be through commercial fertilizers or manure. As always, you can have your soil tested through your local extension office so you know exactly which nutrients to apply.
Once you get your blackberries set up and trained and get into production, you will notice that the canes will die back after fruiting. You want to make sure that you remove those canes to prevent the spread of disease or insect problems. One insect in particular that we've got to watch out for now is the spotted wing Drosophila. And typically, the later in summer you get, the more prevalent it is. So we want to do a great job of scouting for insects and disease in your plants so we can control the problem before it becomes a major problem.
If you have any further questions, feel free to contact your local county extension office.